So you applied to school after you moved here?
Yeah, I mean, I was always sort of supposedly applying to medical school, and I wanted a little bit of time off to work and not be in school, and so I was doing that, and then when I met this friend of ours that's a dentist, he kind of motivated me or I just became really passionate about it after seeing what his life was about, what his job was about. So I kind of changed my mind. I was like, okay, this resonates with me so much more than medicine does, and so this is what I want to do. So I kind of had to cancel all my applications with medical school, and then start to apply with dental school. And so that put me a year behind, another year. So it was 3 years that I had off between college and dental school, which I spent in New York with them and just living our lives, having fun, playing games every night, and just like laughing our heads off.
We play Rook a lot. Did you ever play Rook?
No.
It's like such a Mormon card game.
Right.
One thing that's kind of important for someone someone that is coming from this really devout religion like Mormonism to do if they anticipate leaving it for a reason like this, is that you're leaving something that for most people gave them this huge amount of meaning and this huge amount of satisfaction and community, and there's all these things that all these needs that it fulfills in your life, and I don't think any of us just one day left it behind or anything like that, but every time that you're moving away from that, I think that it's important to kind of in a way replace it with something else that also fulfills those needs. So for me, at first I think a lot of it was just being around other people who felt the same way, like Clark, who were just in their own way a spiritual influence. We always talked about our spirituality. We always talked about how we were feeling with relationship to God or whatever, or and we always had this support network for each other. And so, especially at first, it was pretty smooth transition for me because I could come home every day from BYU, from school, and whatever happened to me that day, I could talk about it with my friends. And if I was feeling like I was really missing some aspect of the church, I could go to them, and they were there for me. And so that was a big help at the time, and it kind of gave me this bridge to where until I really found something meaningful again to replace it with, I had my friends, I had my support network, and that's always been a continuing theme, I think, for all of us, is that you kind of evolve into different almost spiritual philosophies of what is meaningful to you. I think some of the more valuable things for me have always been service, through dental school and other things. There's all these opportunities to be helping people, and that's, I think, a good lesson that we could take away from the church, is to kind of give yourself something to live for.
What do you see your future is? What do you see in your future? What do you want for yourself?
Well, professionally, I want to be successful as a dentist. I want to be able to, provide care to people and especially people who don't typically have as much access. Personally, I want to be in a committed relationship with another man. I would love to have kids, be able to adopt, or I'm kind of a sciencey person, so I'm all about just put them in a test tube, I kind of don't mind playing with the science part, because my boyfriend right now is always gets a little nervous. He's like, I don't think I'd be comfortable creating this baby with pipettes, and I'm like, no, I really want to just cut the genes and put them in.
I know.
I'm all about it. I'm maybe if they took 2 sperm, and
Me too. I'm it's totally going to be possible in the future.
Yeah,
the genes
so might as well,
Right.
I'm all about that kind of stuff. No, but I mean, I'd love to have kids. I'd love to,
It's like my gay dentist. He has pictures of his partner and his kids all over the walls.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean... And honestly, that's one of the reasons that dentistry really appealed to me, is because it's one of those fields where your career can be as much or as little a part of your life as you want. You know, it's kind of flexible enough to where if you know, I'm finally able to adopt this child, and I could take enough time off or work less in order to be there for it. So, you know, and that's actively one of the reasons why I really wanted to do it, you know, because I foresaw getting to do that, and so I wanted to be able to be there. So
We're all going to be your patrons.
Yeah.
Thank you. This has been awesome.
God.
I'm out of time.